consciousness, not the world revolves around me, that the world is within me and I'm it. And, right? But because you're everything, can't, you're selfless. There's no self. You're all things. So, it's, no, they're stuck. I think that, no, I think, well, because, I don't know, maybe it's just the perspective, but I don't think that we're stuck here. I think that we consciousness makes itself go through this. Because if it is that, because like, I feel as though it's like, okay, I'm tired of being everyone and everything, or sorry, I am being everyone and everything, but I'm funneling my experience, be intertwined with this physical, meaning like, okay, we both may appear to be on the same earth, but the crazy part is, I think that consciousness put itself here, create a place, create a dimension, a body, time, and it made itself go through this, and it's experiencing everything, but it's using this body to do it. So I'm not saying I'm just being controlled, no. I'm saying that because I'm self-aware, you know, it's a mirroring. Consciousness is aware that it is a body, that it's using a body. You know what I mean? But it appears as though it's inside, but it's not. It's as though you're extra dimensional, like you're outside of this dimension of space and time, and that you're looking through the eyes of the avatar. It's as though you are, right? It's as though you are in it, but you're actually looking through and you're connected to it. Do you know what I mean? That you can't see yourself using these earthly eyes. You see what I mean? And it's really weird. But it's as though you're spirit and you're connected to the body, but you aren't the body. Meaning everything is you. It's truth. Everything is you, but you aren't bound. Everything that is being projected as though it's you. Do you know what I mean? Everything that's physical, everything really, in multiplicity and diversity, is you. But that structure, like the house or the cake, isn't made up of just eggs. At the same time, the eggs aren't cake. You know what I mean? It created divisions that interlocked with themselves, reacted, and made a product. Right. And it doesn't. Right. Exactly. And it doesn't change. Meaning, like it doesn't rewrite it. No, you're right. And it doesn't rewrite its own code. Because you're right. Right, because you wouldn't have structure, you wouldn't have physicality. You wouldn't have physicality if that was the case. If it could do that, you need to have structure. Consciousness does that. It would create. Consciousness maintains the order. In other words, it creates. Well, you keep saying trapped, like it's a bad thing. But I think it put itself here. That's what I'm saying. I think it consciousness is like I'm experiencing my life and you're experiencing yours. We're both the same silent witness, the same awareness that experiences, that creates your experiences, that creates your experience creates mine. Same awareness. What you do with it is yours, but the same awareness creates my experience and yours. There's the connection there. That's what I'm saying, is that I think consciousness... What? Who's to... Right. This is what I'm saying, is I think that consciousness makes itself into a you, and then makes itself into a me, and 10 infinite 7 billion, 8 billion people with 8 billion different minds. Trillion different animals. billions of different chemical reactions. An infinite number, sorry, not infinite, a huge amount of atoms. But I think it's an infinite consciousness that is actually creating this entire thing. Meaning like you know how atoms are, 99.999% space? And what delegates them and how come they don't, knock into each other and and they say gravity. Gravity, right? And I believe that gravity was created again by consciousness is like the thing that is making sure nothing is out of order. Everything is doing what it's supposed to do. So that way it can keep experiencing itself. Because what happens when you have a blockage? What happens, you know what I mean? What happens when you have a blockage? You have a discontinuing flow. Right, and you can't have that. You can't have a discontinuing flow. Right? But what happens when there's conflict, though? What happens when, you take two opposing forces and they go against each other? You can create destruction, of course, but out of that chaos, you create chaos. But out of that chaos, what emerges? Something else. Something else was created. See? So consciousness is allowing opposing forces to go against, and it creates something new. But it's not doing it like oh, I'm gonna create chaos. Oh, I believe I use gravity as a perfect explanation for consciousness because you can't see it. Right. So. Right. Well, see, here's what I think, really, is that consciousness has them. Alright, I don't think that anything has consciousness. I think that because consciousness is an infinite thing, I don't think that this thing could contain, I don't think a body could contain that. It would break.